Hi. In 1985, I was a junior in college when I decided to go to a concert with a group of friends. At the time, it seemed like just a fun thing to do on a Friday night. My focus was simply enjoying the evening, nothing special planned. But during intermission, a friend introduced me to a woman named Julie. Fast forward to today. Julie and I have been married nearly 40 years. We have 4 children and 9 grandchildren. Needless to say, that one Friday night grew into something far bigger than I could have imagined. And I have found mathematics has developed in similar ways. Back in the 15th century, during the Renaissance, mathematicians were fascinated with solving cubic equations. Those are algebra problems involving an x to the power 3 term. But while they were working on these equations, they hit a wall. In the middle of the calculations, they needed to take the square root of a negative number. But something like the square root of -3 did not seem possible. But still, calculations required it. So, mathematicians did what mathematicians do. They created a new idea. They defined a new number called I, where I equals the square root of -1. At the time, this seemed like a strange workaround to solve an algebra problem, and nothing more. In fact, people called them imaginary numbers because they did not seem, real. But centuries later, mathematicians realized these imaginary numbers could be visualized geometrically on what we now call the complex plane. An abstract algebraic idea suddenly gained shape and motion. And even more surprising, this strange invention became foundational for things like electricity, sound waves, quantum physics, engineering, and rotations. What began as a small mathematical seed eventually branched into entirely new dimensions of understanding. This is one of the reasons I love mathematics. It is not a static collection of disconnected facts. It is alive, growing, branching, connecting. One discovery gives rise to another. Old ideas produce entirely new fruit. The deeper you explore math, the more you realize you are not studying isolated branches. You are exploring a living tree. And this living tree picture extends to my life and my faith as well. Life is filled with small seeds, like a conversation or a friendship, maybe a decision or a loss. And sometimes those small beginnings completely reshape the trajectory of our lives. A friendship becomes love. Love eventually encounters grief. Small things unfold into dimensions we never expected. Transformation rarely begins with dramatic moments. More often, it begins through small beginnings that slowly grow into something much larger. And when I step back and look at the larger picture, I see patterns of growth, patterns of beauty, and even patterns of loss. What gives me hope is believing those patterns are connected to something larger than themselves, to a living whole. Now, remaining in our current dimensions may feel comfortable, but perhaps there is a new dimension drawing you forward. A new relationship, a new career, a transformed faith, or just a deeper way of seeing life. Growth always carries uncertainty, but maybe hope is trusting that small steps taken today can eventually grow into fruit we cannot yet imagine.